So I went to go see Anchorman 2, The Legend Continues. It's directed by Adam McKay, who's been the director of a lot of these sorts of films. So like The Other Guys, Step Brothers, the first Anchorman film, all those sorts of things. And Will Ferrell comes back along with pretty much the entire cast from the first film. Everyone who had any sort of semblance of a part in the first movie at least has a bit part here. And so everyone comes back together to make the movie that a lot of people were asking for, but I don't really know that it really had to exist. I mean, think about it. In the first Anchorman film, you have this very self-contained one-off story about, crazy news anchors and their life, and then they tie everything up with a bow at the end where they tell you what everyone's doing in the future, how their lives unfurl, and, what are they doing now, sort of thing. And with the sequel, they just sort of go, oh, wait, no, that happy ending that we told you wasn't really the ending, there's more. Which is fine, I guess. It's just unnecessary. You could tell another funny story with different characters, and it could still be just as good. You don't need to expand the franchise and do a lot of the same jokes from the first film, but more absurd this time. Because that's what they end up doing. It's a lot of the same jokes, a lot of the same things that you found funny in the first movie are here in the second movie, except they sort of turn it up to 11 with the comedy, basically. I mean, that's really all that's going on here. Okay, that's not all that's going on. They are telling their own story. It's just kind of the background focus. Basically, it's the general, generic, man gets too important, loses touch with his family and friends, pushes them aside for power and fame sort of thing, and then at the end he realizes, how he's been wrong, and he turns back to them, does the right thing. And then they're also doing this whole stance about how news has gotten too much about entertainment and flash and fluff, and not actually telling people what's important for them to know. Which is nice, it's an important thing for people to think about and realize, because news does get a little bit like that. But most of that message and everything, it's pushed aside for favor of a film wherein Will Ferrell sings a lovely ballad about a shark as he watches it tearfully swim away into the ocean. It's just an absurdist film. That's really it. So the film's solidly entertaining, and in the end, that's really all you want from your comedy sometimes, just solid fun. This film delivers. It's not terribly crass, not terribly vulgar, though there is a bit in the middle there about an interracial couple, and oh hey, look, the racism, hoo-hoo-ha, funny. But if you can get past that, and it's not terribly a huge chunk of the film, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem for most people. But if you can get past that, the rest of it should be pretty good. It spends most of its time just one-upping the comedy from the first movie. Like, they really go over the top with this film's version of the newscaster gang fights. It's just absurd. There's hard not to find something entertaining in that one. As well as they add in their own little comic bits, like the aforementioned Ron Burgundy, Will Ferrell's character, and the son raising a shark and then releasing it like you would like a dog or a wolf in some other film. It's just so over the top, it's funny. Basically what I'm saying is, if you liked Anchorman, you'll like Anchorman 2. It's solid, simple, stupid fun. Even if you didn't see Anchorman, you don't really need to have seen it to get this film. And so if you feel like something silly, go. It's fun. It's not good or deep or anything like that, like some of the other films coming out around this time of year. But it's entertaining. If you just want to go to the movies and laugh a little, you can do worse than this. Much worse. So, yeah, it's worth watching. Enjoy. So, until next time, folks, enjoy film.